Greetings, viewers. You're watching English News Broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. It's 10:30 p.m. Saturday, September 25. I'm the reporter Miram Johannes with your updates, and here's a rundown of the top stories we're covering. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Commendable greening campaign. French serviceman was killed in a clash with an armed militant group. Huawei CFO flying back to China after deal with U.S. prosecutors. And now we proceed to the details for the local news. We have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 9 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests is carried out today at quarantine centers in the Central and Ansaba regions. Out of these, 6 patients are from the quarantine center in Asmara Central region. The other 3 patients are from a quarantine center in Karan, Ansaba region. Accordingly, the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 6,694. The total number of recovered patients stands at 6,628, while the number of deaths at 42. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 25 September 2021. Mr. Abraham Takhlu, representative of the Forestry and Wildlife Authority, reported that commendable water and soil conservation, as well as planting of tree seedlings, has been conducted in the Central region. Mr. Abraham went on to say that at the 2021 Greening Campaign program, strong participation has been demonstrated by government and PFDJ institutions, national companies and associations, students, as well as administrations at various levels and members of the defense forces. According to Mr. Abraham, over 162 hectares of terraces have been constructed, 137 hectares of terraces renovated, and over 894,000 tree seedlings have been planted. Mr. Abraham, commending the strong participation demonstrated by the participants of the Greening Campaign, called on the public to conduct regular follow-up on the safety and sustainability of the newly planted tree seedlings. Meeting and avoiding harmful practices in general and that of underage marriage in particular was conducted in the Southern Red Sea region on the 22nd and 23rd of September. At the meeting, in which religious leaders and health practitioners took part, Mr. Mohammed Anwar, acting head of the Ministry of Health branch in the region, reported that owing to the sustainable awareness-raising activities, the prevalence of harmful practices is declining, and called for reinforced participation in the effort to fully eradicate the practices, indicating that the Ministry of Health is making substantial investment in the health sector with a view to ensure the health of the public. Mr. Mohammed called on religious leaders and the public to strengthen participation in the effort. Mr. Hamid Ali, chairman of the Committee to Control the Practice of Harmful Practices, pointed out that committees have been established at various levels to conduct awareness campaigns with a view to develop the understanding of the public on health issues, and so far commendable effort has been conducted. Coming up after our short break is your international news. Stay with us. Welcome back. A French serviceman was killed early on Friday, September 24, in a clash with an armed militant group in Mali. More than 50 French soldiers have died in the region since Paris deployed a counter-terrorism force in 2013 to drive back militant groups that have seized cities and towns in northern Mali. According to a statement from the French Defense Ministry, the soldier who was killed, Maxime Blasco, was part of a French unit deployed to a forested area near Mali's border with Burkina Faso. Their mission was to track down a suspected militant group that had earlier been spotted by a drone. The unit was supported by 2 attack helicopters and a surveillance drone, according to the statement. Armed militants engaged the unit at close range and Blasco was shot by a sniper. The soldier quickly died from his wounds. The gunman who shot Blasco was killed, the ministry said. French forces earlier this month said they had killed the leader of the West African affiliate of Islamic State in a drone strike in northern Mali. Huawei chief of financial officer Meng Wanzhou reportedly boarded an unscheduled flight that departed Vancouver International Airport on Friday afternoon. Meng Wanzhou has reached an agreement with U.S. prosecutors to end the bank fraud case against her, officials said. The move allows her to leave Canada, relieving a point of tension between China and the United States. Meng was arrested at Vancouver International Airport in December 2018 on a U.S. warrant and was indicted on bank and wire fraud charges for allegedly misleading HSBC in 2013 about the telecommunications equipment giant's business dealings in Iran. Her arrest sparked a diplomatic storm and drew Canada into the fray when China arrested 2 Canadians, a businessman and a former diplomat, shortly after Meng was taken into custody. Beijing has denied publicly that the arrests are linked. Nicole Bockman, the acting U.S. attorney in Brooklyn, said that in entering into the agreement, quote-unquote, Meng has taken responsibility for her principal role in perpetrating a scheme to defraud a global financial institution. The agreement pertains only to Meng, and the U.S. Justice Department said it is preparing for trial against Huawei and looks forward to proving its case in court. Following is a recap of our top stories. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Commendable greening campaign in Central Region. A French serviceman was killed in a clash with an armed militant group. Huawei CFO flying back to China after deal with U.S. prosecutors. That was all for tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.